First official delivery. Look at that. And Vijayaratne got back to ball and made full use of that and got the maximum number of runs. Chop down towards backward point. No run this time. Thinking about the single, but change their mind. So CTC total remains at 8 for no wicket in the first over. Nice play on the onside. Long chase the fielders. They won't get there. The ball will beat them to the boundary for 4. The timing was absolutely superb. The placement was really good. So Saman Vijayaratne into double figures on 10 and takes the CTC total to 12 for no wicket. There we go. That's how that was flicked away on the onside. So we're halfway through the first over. Pulled on the onside. Goes down to the boundary, 4 more at long on. There's no man at long on. Saman Vijayaratne making full use of this over. Look at that. What a strike. Outside the line of off stump. And pulled away on the onside. Free flowing bat as well. So 16 for no wicket CTC. Going for the cut shot. Doesn't make contact. Beats the outside edge, wicketkeeper collects. So rare dot ball in this first over. CTC 16 for no wicket after 5 deliveries the first over. Very healthy run rate, 19.20. Skied. Where did this go? Oh, what a catch. What a catch. One-handed on the boundary. Amazing catch taken on the boundary. Goodness gracious me. I have seen catches. I haven't seen a catch of that nature taken one-handed on the boundary. So Saman Vijayaratne, who was really punishing the bowling, that's the shot that was played. And look at that, coming down, went hard and high. Here's the fielder, one hand, balancing as well to make sure he doesn't go over the boundary. And Saman Vijayaratne is out to 14. So first wicket falls at 16 for the loss of 1 wicket for CTC. Saran Kumar picks up a wicket. Saman Vijayaratne made 14 of 6 balls. So left-hander comes to the middle. Taking guard. Shian Rodrigo, the new man at number 3. He's played 24 matches. Aggregate of 272 runs, the highest being 50 not out. Average, nothing much to talk about, but well, perhaps today could be his day. Anjana, first ball, played away on the onside for a single. Inam Amin off the mark with 1, totally 17 for the loss of 1 wicket after 1.1 overs. So Rodrigo is on strike at the moment. Works it down towards the third man region. They pick up a single. So Rodrigo will be off the mark with 1. Hit the toe of the bat when he went down towards third man. Short third man did the fielding. Off the back foot. Hit towards deep mid off. 1 more run. So Amin moves on to 2, brings Rodrigo on 1 to take strike. 4th ball of the second over. That's a wide. Total up to 20 for 1. So once again, adjustments to the field. A man being taken out from the leg side, from like the mid-wicket position, moves on the off. Down to perhaps a short third man position or backward point. Player a miss, beats the wicket keeper as well. Down to the boundary, it goes a 4. Bye is called, so 4 byes. 24 for 1. Very short as well. The batsman trying to swivel onto the leg stump and play that. Didn't get bat, but there was enough carry in the ball to get to the boundary. Again the toe of the bat. Ball unable to retrieve it. He was looking to retrieve and hit the wickets down at the bowling end, but not to be. So 25 for 1 after 1.5 overs. Amin on strike once again. The left-hander, he opens the bowling as well for CTC. There's Amin. Played soft hands, they look for 1, but the ball's travelling quickly towards mid-off. That length over, 2 overs completed, CTC 25 for 1.
Well, the second wicket falling, Anjana Mahavatta picking up his first one of the day. And the last ball of that second over, that completely deceived Inam Amin. Got himself yorked. There you see, top of the off stump. Rattling the bales. So Anjana Mahavatta gave few runs with that byes going for a boundary. But the 2 openers back in the hut. CTC got to a good start, but 2 wickets down for just 25 runs in the first 2 overs. So 2 down for 25 runs in their first 2 overs. Well, plenty to say in that projected score. If CTC can get 125 runs, well, they've got a huge game in our hands as well. We saw them getting 97 runs last weekend, but they couldn't still defend it. So that was good running. 2 runs for Shehan Rodrigo. They have some few batting to come. We saw 60 odd being scored from one of the batters for CTC when they were 20 odd for 7. And they brought their score to 90 odd with his 65 runs. Loud appeal. Leg bias given there by the umpire. We're probably going down the leg side. There was some deviation in that delivery. The ball, probably an off cutter or something, but it was well watchfully played, just for no run there. A dot ball. A quick single. It is going towards the leg side, swept, and another single for the skipper out there in the middle for CTC. So after 3 overs done, well, we'll get you the score bar very soon, and probably CTC 29 for the loss of 2 wickets after 3 overs.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So 3 overs done. CDC 29 for 2.
Yeah.
Anjana Mawata escaped 5 runs in the previous over, picked up a wicket. He's bowling his second over now. Well, a slower delivery. The skipper of CTC trying to heave it towards that cow corner area. Wild swing. Is he just missing the stumps? Not keeping his eye towards the ball, just going for that wild swing. Nicely driven towards the extra cover. Very good stop and return towards the keeper's end for 2 more runs. There's a foolish delivery driven firmly along the ground towards that sweeper cover region. Good stop there at the boundary. He had some ground to cover there to stop that boundary as well. There you see. Just 2 more runs. A return at the keeper's end, but still the batters managed to get 2 more runs. A quick single. The batter, Amila Maduranga, is probably on 4 now. With Shehan Rodrigo, he's on 5. Very good feeling of his bowling, but still not managed to stop that single. A wild swing towards mid-on. 4 runs to the total. Well, there you go, the replay. Foolish delivery, poor delivery by Anjana Mahawata. And no chance for the long on fielder to stop that boundary. The score moves to 40 with that boundary now. Another swing straight over the bowler's head, but there's a fielder behind it, just keeping it for a single. So after 4 was done, Ceylon Tobacco 41 for 2.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So CDC 41 for 2 after 4 overs. Brisk start from them. Anjana Mahawata has gone for 15 runs, picking up 1 wicket in his 2 overs. Devak Peiris to bowl his first over. NTB were at the grounds early. They were warming up. They did a lot of work as well. Pushed on the onside. Peiris after 8 towards mid-wicket, the vacant region. The batsman crossed for 1. So brings Shehan Rodrigo on strike. He's on 6. Amila Maduranga is on 10 of 8 balls. Went for a big heave, doesn't quite get hold of it, hits it hard into the ground. Annoyed with himself and disappointed that he couldn't get a good contact with that. Pushed gently on the onside again, the vacant mid-wicket region, long chase for Peiris. The batsman crossed for 2 this time. They realized that Peiris has to get there, pick up, return and then get back. So 2 more runs. 44 for 2. We're on that 44 mark. That's the magic word that we're speaking today, 44. 2 teams are bowled up to 44. And now CTC is on 44, but they lost only 2 wickets. Played a miss outside the line of off stump. 2 balls left in the 5th over. Pushed out of the offside, sweeper or long off will come into play. The cross of 1. It surprised me that the batsmen never looked to convert those 1s into 2s. The ball's pushed towards long off, long on. Nicely played away, pulled away on the onside, down towards deep mid-wicket, into the boundary for 4. So backward square leg, into the pitcher. That's well played, in fact. And that will end the over as well. Look at that, very short. Batsman made full use of that, pulled it away. And picked up 4 runs for that. Well, 49 for 2 after 5. Pires has conceded 8 runs in his first over. The run rate is 9.80. Madhuranga on 14. Sean Rodrigo is on 9. CTC, they want the toss, select to bat first. They want to put up a good partnership here, put up a good total. They want to fight back in this tournament. This is the Mercantile Cricket Association T10 tournament for the year 2025. Tier B games being played. Tomorrow we'll see the continuation of those games here at this grounds as well. Ramit Pereira to bowl the 6th over. He's first. Good use of feet. Could have been caught and bowled. It was pretty low to the bowler. He got his hands to it for a moment. There we go. There we are. The ball pitches, drops just short of him. If he had moved forward, perhaps he could have got a hand to it. So Ramit Pereira took a brilliant one-handed catch on the boundary. Appeal for the wicket keeper. It didn't strike the pads. What was he appealing for? Leg by called or appealing for LBW? So 51 for 2. Pulled away down towards backward square leg, just running towards the boundary. No stopping that. There's no fielder around this area. So 4 runs to Rodrigo. Takes him on to 14. The total up to 55 for 2. So CTC making an impression with the bat here, getting some runs. Long chase to the fielder who had no chance to cut that off. Projected score is 100. They're going at 10 runs and over at the moment. Played the soft hands on the onside. Wicket keeper is after it. The batsman crossed for 1. The sun has gone behind the clouds and it'll be a comfortable afternoon here at the grounds. Play and a miss, hits him somewhere on the chest area. But no great damage done as Amila Madhuranga is ready to face the next ball. There we go. Hits one over the top. Now they find the man at deep backward square leg on the boundary. They're moving him now more towards the fine leg position. Lofted. No fielder has any chance of getting close to that. And surprise, surprise, they only take a single for that. Perhaps the batsman thought he'll cross the boundary for 4. It was not to be. And look at that. It was lofted on the offside. It fell in no man's land. So 6 overs completed. CTC 57 for 2.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දිග පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So some different performances from last weekend. We see some of the sides doing well, and some of the sides who did well the last weekend have managed to bring out glory to their team. The likes of Star Garments, they've got 140s in the first two games, both games 147 and 149 in one of the games last weekend, but today they managed to get 44 runs only. But CDC, they managed to get 97 runs in one of the games, and it was chased down comprehensively by Haley's B. That was the last game in the weekend for CTC, but currently looks like they will go for a run total as such, because 4 overs left in their innings, and they're currently 57 for 2 with in a good position. But still, will their bowlers can stop these runs? Will their bowlers can stop this run chase? That's the question mark. That will be in the second innings. So they need to post their first innings score definitely over 100, 110 at least, and put pressure on the Nation's Trust batters. Some adjustments in the field, and we're seeing a bowling change again. So bowling round the wicket, short delivery, cut away straight to the sweeper cover region for another single. The score moves to 58. Well, if Nation's Trust can win this game, there'll be 3 teams, Eric, that have won 2 games each and lost 1. That's a skyer. And that's a big one. So this is what I was talking about. CDC coming into this game as underdogs, and underdogs doing well. Pitched up delivery, going for that big sweep shot towards mid-wicket. Got some connection. There you see sailing over the fielder at mid-wicket for a big 6. In fact, it's Shihan Rodrigo. So Lashin Rodrigo, one of the hard-hitting batters for Nation's Trust. Well, swept fine. Is getting costly now for Nation's Trust with these 2 boundaries, 6 and a 4. Well, they need to win this game, Nation's Trust, but if CTC wins, some sort of a redemption for them for their previous 2 losses. I see diving effort towards the left side. The fielder couldn't win and stop that. And that's another skyer. Well, that's a drop catch. Well, this is what's happening. This is, in fact, yeah, we clearly saw from here that he has dropped it definitely. Price wicket, probably the batter who is getting runs. It was a flat batted shot straight towards that long on fielder. There you see. Well, in fact, he didn't drop it. Well, it bounced on his thighs and he rolled over to the palms again. Well, from what I saw in that instance, in that catch, he dropped it to the thigh and then it rolled over straight to the palms again. Well, that's what I saw instantly. So last ball coming up of this over. Yeah, good single. So 7 done. CTC 70 for 2.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So 70 for 2 after 7 overs. Lashan Rodrigo the previous over giving away 13 runs with a 6 and a 4. Now Nations Trust, if they are about to chase this run score, they will have to chase at least 100 and above. But definitely it is going to be a some run chase. So they have taken the power play. Only 3 fielders can be outside the 30-yard circle. And a perfect time when the 2 batters are out there. Shihan Rodrigo, he's on 26, and the skipper Amila Madhurangana, he's on 17. So I think the perfect time for CTC to take the power play, go after the bowling, get to a total to about at least 110 runs. Askaya, is there anyone under it? Yes. I've seen those power play overs, those overs that the fielders are, few fielders right into the 30-yard circle, a wicket falling. And Nations Trust Bank coming out, picking up that crucial wicket, the partnership, breaking that partnership, a skyrocket. The fielder was right under it. He had to run behind. A good catch at the end. So the new batter is Hashan Wijayasekara. We saw some lusty blows last weekend from him. He got 65 runs of 27 deliveries. So he's the perfect man out here to go after the bowling in the last death overs. But right now, he's facing his first delivery. Well, probably there is some injury to the fielder who got that catch. So Ramit Pereira, yeah, definitely there's some bleeding going on. So Ramit Pereira gave away 6 runs in the first over. In fact, 7 runs. So now bowling his second over in inside the power play. 3 fielders outside the 30-yard. So he needs to come out here, break this partnership. So he delivers and helps the cause of the team. That's why the captain throws the ball at you. Get a wicket, get a breakthrough. So Hashan Wijayasekara. Can he do some damage again? They scored 97, but it was chased down by Haley's B. Well, did it miss something? Where did it land? Well, I like to see that replay. Where did it hit? Well, it missed the stumps and hit the batter's inner thigh probably. Well, taking the inside edge, shy at the stumps. That was on the arc for Hashan Wijayasekara to go after the bowling, but he's just new to the crease. Probably he's not warmed up enough to go for it. There you see, foolish delivery on the rise, getting that inside edge, just a single. So just 3 balls, just a single coming off in this power play over. There you go. What an over this is turning out to be. Taking those 2 crucial wickets, the 2 batters who were striking well for CTC, getting out instantly in this power play over. Ramit Pereira turning out to be a hero for Nations Trust, because the captain throws the ball at you. Yes, I deliver. With 2 wickets, the 2 batters who were striking well for CTC are back in the hut now. Shian Rodrigo departs for 26, facing 18 deliveries with 1 6 and 2 4s. Well, Nations Trust, they need to win this game, and they need to win big, but CTC winning the toss, opting to bat first, getting some runs on board. Now, they are 71 for 4. They had a good partnership for the 3rd wicket, the skipper and Shihan building that score, but there's 2.2 overs left. Bhanuka De Silva, the new batter, is 56 runs in his 6 games. High score is 34. Not a healthy average. Strike rate is fairly decent. So they need to go after the bowling. This is now 2 balls left in this power play over. So right-hander being faced. Now it's a left-hander into the attack. There you go. He's off the mark. Bhanuka. So can Hashan Wijayasekara get something off the middle of the bat in this last ball of this power play over? They were 70 for 2 in the 7th over. Just 2 runs coming off. We can see plenty of fielders running here and there. So 2 overs left. Probably Nations Trust, if they can pull this through to below 90, it is somewhat a good run chase. There you go, taking an inside edge again. Not getting a clean strike today, Hashan Wijayasekara. What a brilliant over. 2 wickets in that over, and just gave away 2 runs inside that power play, batting power play over. So CDC 72 for 4 after 8 overs.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දිග පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Right down to the last 2 overs of the innings, 72 for 4 CTC. They won the toss, they elected to bat first. And certainly they made a fairly good impression of themselves today, unlike last weekend. So Hassan Wijayasekara on 1. He's faced 3 balls. Outside the line of off stump, Angelo Fernando into his 2nd over. So starts with a dot ball. Here Bhanuka De Silva is on strike. If CTC can get to a total of about 100, it will be fairly a decent score. Again outside the line of off stump, unable to get back to it. Bhanuka De Silva, he's on 1 of 3 balls at the moment. Floated in the air, it drops, going for the drive. This time gets the bat to ball, hits it away on the onside. The bowler is after it. They get 1, they're coming back for 2. Return to the wicket keeper, but the batsmen are home. Takes the total to 74 for the loss of 4 wickets. There's no mid-wicket in place, so that's why the bowler has to really run across to do that. Could have been a run out there, but the wicket keepers missed the stumps. There we are. This time the wicketkeeper doesn't miss. So Angelo Fernando picks up a wicket. The batsman is stumped. Look at that, down the track. Way outside the crease. And CTC lose another wicket. So they're 74 for 5 in fact. Bhanuka De Silva is out for 3. Stumped by Chaturanga off the bowling of Angelo Fernando. So Angelo Fernando 1 for 7 in 1.4 overs. The projected score is 85. They look to go past 85. We've got 8 balls left in this innings. Player missed this time. The wicketkeeper doesn't collect cleanly. But the batsman had not ventured outside the crease. So now the dot ball. So 2 balls left in Angelo Fernando's spell. Got 1 for 7. He on the onside. Deep mid wicket runs in, does the fielding. Restricts the scoring to 1. Or just the 1 run.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුරදිග පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So 75 for 5 after 9 overs. Hashan Vijayasekar on 1 of 3 deliveries. Hassan Pieris is on 1 after 2. Angelo Fernando 1 for 8 from his 2 overs. Bowled extremely well. He's completed his 2 overs spell. So the last over coming up for CTC. Devaka Pieris bowled that 1 over, given away 8 runs. This will be a crucial over for him. Playing a miss outside the line of off stump. You got to be careful. You can't just try and swing your bat at anything that's perhaps outside the line of off stump. You got to keep your eyes on the ball. Going for the cut shot, wide call this time. That's got to be rebowled. Total up to 76 for 5. So Hassan Pieris on strike. This time he gets back to ball, plays it to sweeper cover, who picks up inside the boundary. Again, only a single being taken. They could have put the pressure on the fielder, come back for the second, take the first run fast, run hard, turn round, and then look for the second run. So 4 balls left in the innings. Put hard and high. That's a great shot. Where does that go? It goes right on top of the side nets. 6 to Hashan Vijayasekara. Takes him on to 7. Total up to 83 for 5. That's a good strike indeed. Too short indeed. So he got the treatment. Once again played to the onside. 1 looking for 2. They're coming back for the second run. That's good running. That's what you should be doing. Looking to put the pressure on the fielder. Take those, convert those 1s into 2s. Again lofted. Fielder won't get there. It goes between 2 fielders to the boundary for 4. 89 for 5 after 9.5 overs. The last ball coming up. Couple of good strikes in this over. Pushed on the offside. That's down to the boundary again. Ends with the boundary. 93 for the loss of 5 wickets CTC. They'll be happy with this performance. They won the toss. They led to bat first. And we are 93 for 5. Devaka Pieris run for 26 from his 2 overs. Got punished that last over. 1 6 and a couple of boundaries as well. So 9.3 the run rate for CTC after winning the toss and batting first. And now the target for NTB is 94 to win. So the umpire has two long day, 4 matches, each match consisting of 20 overs, so 80 overs. Not as much as you stand a normal day's cricket when you stand for about 90 overs a day, but still T20 cricket, you got to walk in, walk out. Here we are, the scorecard for CTC. I mean, disappointing the bat today again, just 2. Vijayaratnam made 14, Rodrigo 26, Madhuranga 17, Hashan Vijayasekar not out 17, Banku Disila made 3, Hasa Piris 2, 12 extras, the total of 93 for 5 in 10 overs. We look at the bowling for NTB. Saran Kumar 1 for 16, Antara Mahawata 115 from his 2 overs. Anjuna Fernando bowled 2 overs, 1 for 8. That's good figures. Devak Peris was expensive the last over, 2 overs, 1 for 26. Ramit Pereira 2 for 9 from his 2 overs, also a good bit of bowling. And Lashan Rodrigo 1 over for 13 runs. Follow wickets 16, 26, 70, 71 and 74. And no hiccups since then. They went on to make 93 for loss of 5 wickets was CTC. We look at the highlights of that innings. A few good shots. One excellent catch being taken as well. There we are. First runs, nicely flicked on the onside towards mid-wicket for 4. Hit away down to the boundary, 4 more. And there's the showpiece catch of this event. One-handed catch on the boundary. And there's 4 more runs coming in. Down the track, beaten and bowled. You take your eyes off the ball, that's what happens. And this one beats the fielder again to the boundary for 4. Swivel round to get the bat onto that. There's no field in that area. Lofted again. Pulled away. The fielder won't get there. It's over the fielder's head. And beats the fielder down towards the boundary again. That's excellent batting. Pulled away. Upishri. Fielder under 8. Look at that. Good catch taken. Clean ball. Playing across the line. Didn't keep his eyes on the ball. And there we are. Out stumped. Hit away on the onside. Got maximum in that. And goes big again down the grounds at long on for 4. Full toss. And played away towards the extra cover for 4. That ends the innings as well. So CTC 93 for 5. Right, we'll take a break from here. We'll be back when NTB commence the innings to get 94 to win.
So welcome back the live action at TSN Anayaka College grounds, the last inning of today's play. We have seen some crunching games, some plenty of action, good bowling and some lusty blows as well. So the match between the Ceylon Tobacco Limited and NTB CTC winning the toss and decided to bat first. They got 93 runs for the loss of 5 wickets in their last 10 overs, and the last over they managed to get 19 runs. Probably that created some sort of a target that they planned out, but for the bowlers they need some runs as well. So Hassan Wijayasekara getting some lusty blows in the last over, got them to 93 with Shehan Rodrigo and the skipper Madhurangana also chipping in. In the first over we saw the opener getting some runs and getting out to a brilliant catch. And they were 70 for 2 in the 7th over. They managed to get only 23 runs in the last 3 overs. So somewhat what I feel is that the NTB bowlers have done a decent job, but penultimate over and that power play over going for just 4 runs, but the last over costing them so many runs. They were 74 after the 9th over, but 19 runs coming off that last over created some doubt for the batters to chase it down. But still now they have the firepower. Lashan Rodrigo is one of the top batters, got some runs, got a 50 last weekend. They have the firepower to chase it down. Well, you need to chase it down. 9.5 runs per over. One of the outside the off stump balls, he left it alone. Bowling outside the off stump. Yeah, that's a replay of the second delivery. Well, was it a 1 bounce? Probably it's a 1 bounce. And then 2 dot balls is going for the third one with a boundary. Brilliant batting here. Angelo Fernando. They need some runs on board. They needed that. There you see, towards that extra cover region over the 30-yard for a boundary. They need one batter to stay down there until they chase it down. One batter needs to be out there in the middle and get the runs. Someone needs to be there. A poor delivery again, straight down the leg side, but no runs. Just 4 runs coming off the first 4 deliveries. The more the dot balls, the pressure bigs in to NTB to chase it down. Does the bowling, they do the bowling, there you go, pulled over mid-wicket. The ball is racing to the boundary for 4. That was a short delivery, nicely rocked back and pulled it towards the front of square mid-wicket region for a 4. So second boundary coming off this over. Nicely pulled it towards that mid-wicket field. There you see a classic pull shot. There's not much pace on that delivery. Played uppishly towards mid-on region again for another single. So 9 runs coming off the first over. NTB going good.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු?
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So 9 runs coming out the first over without a loss of wickets. Good start for Nations Trust Bank. So Hassan Wijayasekara is bowling the second over for CTC. Well, this is the last innings of today's the league round games. We have the knockout games coming up tomorrow, and the finals of Tier A, Tier B will be played at CCC grounds under lights. So plenty of action. It's a very long day coming up tomorrow and Colombo, but there'll be plenty of games happening in the different parts of the grounds. So pulled it nicely through Angelo Rodrigo's bat. Another boundary. A short delivery pulled towards the Sportylk region. There's no fielder down there at the boundary. There you see the vacant region towards that Sportylk, pulled it nicely off to the boundary. So there are 3 games here at DS in Anayaka College grounds tomorrow, and 2 quarterfinals and a semi-final as well. Well, a skyrocket. Is that a fielder under it? Lands safe. And the batter's crossing for 2 runs. Well, that was... he took it outside the off stump. And then the ball running, sailing towards that mid-wicket region. So Hassan Wijayasekara just gave it 6 runs. There you go, pulled firmly through mid-on. What a lovely shot. Angelo Fernando seems to be loving that pull shot. 3 boundaries coming off that pull stroke, especially towards that mid-wicket region. A very short delivery. And sailing towards that mid-on region for another boundary. The score moves to 19. All the 19 runs have been scored by Angelo Fernando's bat. So Hassan Wijayasekara, he got some runs. 7 balls, 17 runs while he was batting in the previous innings. Now 3 balls, 10 runs been given away in his first over. There's some fielding changes coming up. The mid-on fielder going back towards the long on. There's a long off. The 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle just in front of the bat. Well, that's going over towards the mid-on region. Not getting a clean strike off the middle of the bat. Lands safely for a single. So 20 runs in the first 10 deliveries. So they are going at a good rate. So 74 runs with 50 balls. They have some firepower to come in, like the likes of Russian Rodrigo, Anjana, Mahavat. They can bat well. Well, that got some bounce. It's completely surprised Sharon Kannan. Quite a big lad. I'm pretty sure he can have some wax over the boundary lines. So last ball coming up in this second over. Hassan Wijayasekara just gave it 11 runs so far. Nicely driven towards that extra cover region. So dot ball to end the second over. Nations Trust 20 for no loss.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුරදිග පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
20 for no wicket. NTB, they require 94 to win. So 74 more runs of 48 balls. They got all 10 wickets in hand. Hassan Wijayasekara's bowls at 1 over, none for 11. Kandankara still to score his first 2 balls. Fernando is on 20 of 10. He's done all the scoring so far. So Fernando has the strike. Matisha De Silva to bowl his first over, the third of the innings. Pulled away. Gets the boundary. Is there a no ball as well? Yes, no ball called. And 6. So 7 runs to the batting side. Look at that. Full face to the bat. The fielder watched it disappear over the boundary line. So 27 to the total. 27 for no wicket. And there's the free hit coming up as well. So Matisha De Silva has conceded the 7 runs on the first. He's not bowled a single ball at the moment because that was a no ball. So 67 of 48 balls. They're going at 13.50. And the required run rate is 8.38. So very manageable for NTB. Quick single. The ball was after it to get down and hit the wickets at the wicket keeper's end, but not to be. The batsman crossed for 1. Total up to 28 for no wicket. So Kannangara on strike. He's still to score. He's faced 2 balls. And Matisha De Silva has just bowled a 1 ball so far. He bowled a no ball, hit for a 6 as well. Played a miss outside the line of off stump. Dot ball. So current run rate is 12 runs and over. .66 required of 46 balls. They've got 10 wickets at hand. That's the advantage that they have. NTB. Hard and high it goes. Where does it land up? That's a huge 6. So Kannangara opens his account with a big 6 in fact. Look at that. Down on one knee. 34 for no wicket. Flicks this one again on the onside. Out caught there. That's excellent. Catch taken in the deep. So Kannangara going for 1 too many. And there we are. NTB lose their first wicket. Wicket of Kannangara is walking back. We're in the 3rd over. After 2.4 overs. That's flicked away. Didn't really get the elevation going for that. And there's the catch being taken. An excellent catch taken just inside the boundary. So 34 for 1. After 2.4 overs. And Matisha De Silva, who has been punished in the first 3 deliveries, picks up a wicket as well. 1 for 14 his figures after 4 balls being bowled. So Devaka Pires walks in at number 3. Left-hander. Played 21 matches. 62 is his highest score. He had 350s as well in his career. Average not much to talk about, 23.20, but the strike rate is not bad, 88.21. Cuts this one, beats the fielder at backward point, but sweeper tidies up. So he pick up 1 run, he's off the mark straight away. Total moves up to 35. Pires off the mark with a single. Brings Fernando on 27 to take strike. Bowled him. Playing across the line one too many times, Angelo Fernando. He had success earlier on, but there we are, off stump, uprooted. So Matish Adisula, 2 wickets in the over. And that's what really happened. Look at that. Down the track, trying to launch him on the onside, nowhere near the ball, and lost his off stump. So NTB are 35 for 2 at the end of the 3rd over. So Lashe, in fact, Rodrigo walks out to join Devaka Pires in the middle. Pires is on 1. It's 35 for 2 in TB after 3 overs. The target is 94. CTC made 93 for 5 in their 10 overs. Not a bad performance in the bat from CTC. So Rodrigo has got 150 to his name. Strike rate is 117.74, averaging 14.60. Not much of an average to talk about. But he's played 17 matches, he's got experience. Saman Vijayaratne to bowl his first over, the 4th of the innings. Remind again that each bowler can bowl 2 overs. Cuts it away down towards the point region for a single. So the power play is over. And now the batting side has the option to take a 1 over power play between overs 3 and 10. So brings Lashe and Fernando to take strike. Lashe and Rodrigo, in fact. Devaka Pires is on 2 as a non-striker. Then 36 for 2 after 3.1 overs. The current run rate is 11.37. They require 8.49 from this stage onwards. Very gettable, the run rate, depending how the batsman will approach the bowlers and the bowlers how they will operate. Plays gently on the offside, out towards that deep point region. They pick up 1, they look for 2, but the return comes back to the wicket keeper, so there's no chance of second run. So Vijayaratne to bowl the second ball of his spell. We're in the 4th over now. Nice to play it out to sweeper. Picks up 1 more run. So 38 for 2 after 3.3 overs. Brings Lashe and Rodrigo to take strike again. He's on 1. Going for the cut shot, beaten outside the line of off stump. Wide call by the umpire. It's got to be rebowled. Total up to 39 for 2. This time makes contact but hits it down the pitch. The bowler fields on his follow through. So there's no chance of a run. 55 required of 38 balls now. Short and played away on the offside. Out towards deep extra cover. A single being taken quite comfortably. So total moves up to 40 for the loss of 2 wickets after 3.5 overs. So 1 ball left in the 4th over. Pearson strikes on 3. Lashain Rodriguez on 2. Vijayaratne has considered 5 runs on the 5 balls he's bowled so far. He's bowled 1 wide as well. Hit away on the onside, down towards the deep mid-wicket position, picked up inside the boundary. Only a single being taken once again. That will end the over. So 4 overs completed. NTB 41 for the loss of 2 wickets.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දිග පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So 41 for 2 after 4 overs, 53 more runs, 36 balls. Equations just below 9 runs. It's quite gettable. It's just that they need to build that partnership. One of the 2 batters have to carry on throughout the innings, especially the likes of Lashain Rodriguez. He can go after the bowling with his big hitting, and Devaka Pires also can bat. So these 2 batters need to go throughout for at least another 3-4 overs and just bat on. Because the equations, even in a 1-day or a T20 format, it is gettable, just below 9 runs. If NTB couldn't go past the line, that is because of that last over. That cost 19 runs. A full toss driven firmly to the boundary. Well, Devaka Pires taking that ball full and driving it towards that extra cover region. A brilliant start to the over. 4 runs coming off for the first delivery of the skipper Amila Maduranga's bowling attack. He's been introduced himself. A juicy full toss, taking it right off the middle of the bat. The fielder down there at the sweeper cover region. There's no chance for him to stop that. So 49 runs off 35 deliveries. Wide-ish delivery. Just a single. If he would have left it alone, it's definitely a wide. So way outside the off stump. So what can Lashain Rodriguez do? They need to end this game in a high note. He's on just 2 runs, facing 3 deliveries. Lashain Rodriguez, known to his lusty blows. So wide. Not a good start by the skipper, Hamila Maduranga. 6 runs coming off for the first 2 deliveries. There you see, straying down the leg side. Keeper did well to stop that ball. Lashain going for that big heave towards the leg side. A dot ball. A goal dot delivery. Some relief for Amila Maduranga after giving away 6 runs in the first 2 deliveries. So there you go. Lashain going a cross batting shot again towards that mid-wicket region. 2 dot balls. Some relief in this over. A big heave towards the leg side. Wait and see what umpire says. The big 6 or a 4. He's asking the question from the fielder. Wait and see. Well, yes, it's a 6. A short delivery, getting a pitch middle of the bat. Yes, indeed, it crosses the ropes. So 12 runs coming off this over. You can see the required run rate. It's going below 8 runs now. A skyrocket. Is there a fielder under it? Well, I mean, what a mess out of there. He should have catch it. There you see, there is a saying, catchers win matches. A crucial catch gone begging. Lashen Rodrigo's wicket he would have been back in the heart. So after 5 overs done, Nations Trust 54 for the loss of 2 wickets. You get a 6. You get 12 runs in the over. Last ball, short delivery, same thing. Why do you want to go for it? You can go for a single. No? Why do you need to go? It is purely the inexperience of top cricket. You get a single, okay, we'll go for the next over. We'll wait and see who's going to go the next over. So 5 overs done, 54 for 2. The clouds are covered. The sun is not blazing at all. It's quite dark out here. In fact, it's just 6 minutes past 5 o'clock. So they're bowling the power play over. They have taken the power play. And I think, have they taken the power play on the wrong time? They should have waited until Saman Wijeyaratne finishes his quota. Now, Saman Wijeyaratne, known to bowl, he's vastly experienced bowler, has a first-class career also, played for Police Sports Club. He's very cunning. He's a very good bowler. He's bowling into the 6th over with 3 fielders only outside the 30-yard circle. So probably Russian has different ideas. There's a deep extra cover. Oh, well. That struck firmly, but not getting much firepower. A shortest delivery. Just going for 2 runs in the first delivery of this batting power play over. Definitely Lashen Rodrigo is going to go after Saman Wijeyaratne in this over. He's eyeing that leg side. There's a deep mid wicket and a long on and a deepish extra cover out behind. Well, a flat batted shot. Getting some foot onto it, the mid-off fielder. That was struck firmly. That's Madhuranga, the skipper. That struck straight onto his knee. Well, what sort of a field he's going to have for Devak Kapil, the left-hander. He has a deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, and a deep extra cover. So trying, I assume he's going to go for that short delivery. Now we are seeing the square leg coming up and the long on fielder going down to the boundary. So 3 runs off the first 2 deliveries. Well, got some part of the glove or the bat. Probably the umpire says leg bias, probably stuck the arm of the batter. So just 4 runs in this power play. We saw the power play when NTB was bowling. The bowler took 2 wickets and gave away just 2 runs. But on this over, just 4 runs in the first 3 deliveries. So far so good for Saman Wijeyaratne. Well, it missed everything. I thought he crashed the stumps, but he missed the wicket keeper as well. This is turning out to be a very good over. Just 5 runs so far, including 2 extras. Just 3 runs off the bat in the first 4 deliveries. They need to get a boundary. That's what I said. They're taking this power play. They should have stayed until someone finishes his quota and then taken the batting power play. Well, that was struck firmly, but not much firepower. Just a single. Just 6 runs coming off the first 5 deliveries. There's one ball left. Lashin Rodrigo might target that leg side. Well, he has different ideas. He goes over mid-off for a 4. That was short delivery and giving some room to the batter to go after the bowling. And gets a boundary of the last ball of that batting power play over. As he shot, it was punched hard, slapped over the mid-off fielder. 1 bounce force for 6 overs done. Nations Trust 64 for the loss of 2 wickets.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දිග පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So 30 runs required of 24 balls. Got 8 wickets at hand. On paper, very gettable. They require 7.5 from this stage onwards. They're going at 10.67. So Devak Paris on 10 is taking guard at the moment. Lashin Rodrigo on 16, Paris on 10. Matisha De Silva 2 for 15 for me is 1 over to bowl his second and final over. This is going to be a crucial over. Drops it on the onside. They pick up a single. The bowler runs across towards square leg to do the fielding. So now it's 29 of 23 balls. So as this innings is going along, the light is also dipping. There's no sunlight at all. So they'll need to finish this innings as quickly as possible in other words, because the light is getting bad. Field settings taking place on the captain. Hit in the air, over the head of the short fine leg, down to the boundary for 4. Getting easier as this innings goes along. 69 for the loss of 2 wickets. The captain was disappointed. More adjustments to the field. The man being moved from the on the onside to the offside towards that backward point region. Matisha De Silva 2 for 20 from 1.2 overs. Pulled away on the onside, down towards long on. They'll pick up 1. Take the total up to 70 for the loss of 2 wickets after 6.3 overs. 24 runs required of 21 balls, the equation. Devak Paris on 11 on strike. Lashin Rodrigo on 21. More field placings being made. Open the face of the bat, runs it out towards that square leg position. Get 1, looking for 2, but only a single being taken. So 24 of 21 balls, the equation, or 23 runs of 21 balls, 20 balls, 23 of 20 balls. Going for a big heave, gets some bat, the ball runs out towards short fine leg where they pick up 1 more run. So one more left in this seventh over. It's 72 for the loss of 2 wickets. Devaka Pires on 12 on strike. Lashen Rodriguez on 22 of 14 at the non-strikers end. And here's Matisha De Silva, the last ball of his 2-over spell. Wide call, he's got to re-bowl that. That's going to be the problem. 21 required of 19 balls now. Player miss outside the line of off stump. NCA over 7 completed. NTB 73 for 2.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුරදිග පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
(21 of 19 the equation. Or it should be 21 of 18 in fact. 7 overs completed. So Matisha De Silva, 2 overs, 2 for 24 his figures. So Pires on strike is on 12 of 11 balls. Hashan Vijayasekara hit away on the onside, racing away to the boundary. That's 4. Now the runs to balls ratio becomes better for NTB. There's no man at deep mid wicket. So 17 of 17 balls the equation. So run a ball from this stage onwards. Trying to heave that, but hits it hard in the ground. No chance of a run also. So Hashan Vijayasekara is second over, 1.2 overs, none for 15 his figures. Lashen Rodriguez 26 of 16. He's on strike. Devaka Pires 12 of 11. Heaved again on the onside. Fielder to it. Takes the catch. That's a big wicket, in fact, for CTC. Well, Lashen Rodriguez is the man who's out. It's 77 for 3 at the moment. And could that be the turning point of this match? We'll have to wait and see. So 17 or 15 balls, the equation for the number of runs to be got and the balls to be bowled. And look at that. Puts that left leg out. Gets the elevation, can't get the distance going. Good catch taken at long on. So Hashan Vijayasekara picks up his first wicket. So the batsmen have a little chat. Perhaps strategy is being worked out. 77 for 3 after 7.3. That's the equation at the moment. They require a 6.80 from this stage onwards. Dinesh Jayawardene, the new man in, who joins Devaka Pires in the middle. Dinesh Jayawardene, in fact. played 28 matches. Average is not much to talk about, but his strike rate is not bad, 89.27. He's got 150 in his career. So could that be the turning point of this match? 17 or 15 balls. Very gettable. They still got wickets in hand. They got 7 wickets in hand. Hit away on the onside, out towards the vacant mid-wicket region. Coming back with the second run. That's good running between the wickets. They need to really look at those opportunities to get twos, to convert the ones into twos. 79 for 3. Target is 94. So Javier off the mark with a couple of runs. So 15 or 14 balls, that's the equation now for NTB. Driven again on the onside, out towards long on this time. They get one, they're looking for 2, but the return is on its way. They don't want to lose any more wickets. So Javier moves to 3. Total up to 80 for the loss of 3 wickets. 80 for 3. Last ball of Vijayasekara's second over coming up. Figures of 1 for 18 at the moment. So Devaka Paris on strike. He's got 12 of 11 balls. The left-hander. And there's no boundary in that innings of 12. The last ball of Hashan Vijayasekara's 2-over spell. On his way. Pushed out on the offside again. A single being taken. That will complete the over as well. So 8 overs completed. NTB 81 for the loss of 3 wickets. Devaka Paris on 13. Jaivira on 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දිග පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Runs. So 81 for 3 after 8 overs. We saw Lashen Rodrigo getting some runs. Got a boundary, dot ball, he got out. Now the equation is almost a runner ball. But what happens if someone bowls a good over just for 3 runs and then you need a target of 10 runs in the last over? Because there is not much firepower now. They have Mahawata, Anjana Mahawata also to come in. He can go for a big hit. But it is gettable. It is NTB's game. What we're talking about is the odds. That what could happen. A boundary? Probably that's the end of it. So Amila Madurangana has the ball in his hands, bowling his second over. Then a ramp. Well, they're going for the single. I think it is that Dinushka Jaivira is the man that should be going for that big hit. He has the potentiality. He can bat. He has the power. Just one boundary that NTB needs to finish this game. 12 runs in 11 balls. These are the runs that they had scored in the last over. 19 runs gave in that last over of Devaka Paris over. Well, a full toss. Is it going to the boundary? Yes, indeed. They wanted that one boundary. It was a full toss, going for that big heave, hitting that inside part of the bat and going fine towards that deep fine leg region where there's no fielder down there. There's a short fine. There is he going for that big heave, but taking that inside part of the bat, beating that fielder. A welcome boundary. So now 8 runs needed. Well, in fact, it's 7 in just 9 balls. So gettable for Nations Trust Bank, but you shouldn't keep it to the last moment. Those are the basics. Because you have 9 balls, get the 7 runs as quickly as possible. Do not wait for the last ball. Well, I think he's listening to me. He's going after the bowling. They're not waiting until the last over. Simply said, well, making it easy for Nations Trust now. Just 3 more runs. 10 runs been given in the first 4 deliveries. It was on the arc, going for that sweep shot towards that square leg region, front of square. Nicely hit towards that off the bat, middle of the bat, in fact. So a quick single for Deva Kapiris. He moves to 19 with that single. A handy left-hander. Did some damage. Held on to his nerves. He kept on going. He kept on batting after that second wicket. Well, it's a skyrocket. There's a fielder under it, but just a single. So 12 runs coming off that over. Nations Trust needs just 1 run in the last over. They should be home very soon, but do they qualify for the knockouts? It's a big question.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුරදිග පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So just 1 run needed for NTB to finish their proceedings of this MCA T10 tournament. I know there are few teams have their net run rate over 5, Eric. They have been the second side in the group. The net run rate is 5. Well, Dinesh Gajayveera, you need only 1 run to win. You don't want to go back into the pavilion to get that 1 run and getting out. Well, it's a big heave towards the boundary. So that's a 4. And NTB winning this game comprehensively by 7 wickets with 4 balls to spare. Well, when CTC got 90 odd runs in the last weekend also, they don't have that bowling to stop those runs. The depth of the bowling was a little on the negative side, the poor side for CTC, because they score runs, but the bowlers couldn't stop the runs what they score in the first innings. Even against Haley's, they chased it down 97 runs in the last over last weekend. And Nations Trust also doing the same thing. So CTC being the only side who couldn't get a win in this group, whereas Star Garments played 3, 2 games won, 1 loss. Haley's 3 games played, 2 won, 1 loss. And also Nations Trust, 3 games, 2 wins, 1 loss. So I think that Star Garments has a better run rate to qualify for the next round because of their 140 odds in 2 games. Despite they getting out for 44 runs, but I think Star Garments still go through to the knockout stage. With players having their last handshakes coming up. So what a great knock, what a great run chase we've seen. Nations Trust, the batting card, Angela Fernando getting 27 runs with 4 boundaries and a big 6 into his innings in his 13 ball of 27 runs. Sharon Kanangara 6 runs. Deva Kapir is not out, 19 with 2 boundaries. And Lashin Rodrigo 26 with 17 balls with 3 boundaries and a 6. So Dinesh Gajayveera got 2 boundaries, 13 runs off his 7 deliveries. So 6 extras. Nations Trust crossing the line with 97 for 3 in their allocated 9.2 overs. Well, not much to talk about the bowling. Just Saman Vijayratna, just 2 overs, 14 runs without a wicket. But Inam Amin gave 1.2 overs, 13 runs. Hashan Vijayasekara, 2 overs, 19 runs for his 1 wicket. But Mathisa De Silva, quite expensive. He gave 2 sixes in his first over, but picked up 2 wickets. Gave away 24 runs. The follow wickets, the first one is at 34, the second one going in the same over of that Mathisa De Silva's bowling for 35, and the last wicket fall in Lashin Rodrigo for 77 runs. So all in all, Nations Trust Bank winning the game comprehensively in the 9.2nd ball. And they allocated 10 overs, but it was a comprehensive victory. So these 2 batters came out to bat the openers, got some boundaries. There you see Angelo Fernando getting some nice boundaries, classic shots. He liked that shot delivery. He took it in full, he took it in short and hammered towards that mid-wicket region. Loved that shot delivery with his 4 boundaries and a 6. Got 27 runs in the first 2 overs. There you see the big 6 towards the mid-wicket, and the very next ball he got out. There you see that's Kanangura getting another 6 as well. So 2 wickets falling in that Mathisa De Silva's over. That created some sort of a doubt for Nations Trust Bank. There, that's Angelo Fernando getting out. Then became that partnership of 37 runs. 42 runs in fact between Lashin Rodrigo and Devaka Pires that set the platform on this run chase for Nations Trust Bank to go beyond the line and bring down a victory at the end. So we've had 4 games and 4 brilliant matches. We saw some nice chases, some teams just falling just for 44 runs, 2 teams, Stark Almonds and Unilever Sri Lanka, but we've had some. This is a very good run chase by Nations Trust Bank. That was a boundary off the bat of Devaka Pires. So this was the winning runs, and off the bat of Dinushka Javira. So Nations Trust Bank winning the game comprehensively by 7 wickets. So that's it from the DS grounds. We had 4 games. We have the knockouts coming up tomorrow. Stay tuned with Sporty TV, and we'll get back to you tomorrow with some crunching action, some big hits. Good night from DS grounds.